With us for more from Bangkok is Andrew Stotz, the head of research at CLSA Securities Thailand. So how is it looking out there in Bangkok, Andrew? The situation appears to be an escalation of this political turmoil there.
I think you have to put things in context. The PAD is trying to get this government out. The prime minister left the country, so they went after, for the APEC summit in Peru, so they went after the airport to try to prevent him from coming back. So I think once he lands at another airport and comes into Thailand, they should back off from that one. But, you know, it's a difficult time right now.
It's a difficult time also for investors. I mean, just look at the SET index. It's already down over 50% this year, headed for its worst turnout since the 97 crisis. And look at the baht. It's already at its weakest in 20 years. I mean, the market reacts so far. It's not just been about the global financial crisis, but more about what's going on in Thailand.
Well, I would counter that by saying that, first of all, the Thai market is not down that dramatically different than the rest of the region. Second, if you look at Indonesia and Korea, these currencies have been crushed. Thailand's currency is down about 17% year to date. Still painful, but not a disaster, because I do believe that the domestic economy, we've been slow for about 3 years, so we're not overextended. We don't have a disaster there, but the protests, slowdown in exports, slowdown in tourism are definitely going to hurt.
And the protesters are asking for the prime minister to actually step down. I mean, is this what the markets want as well?
Well, I think what I would say is that there's basically 4 steps of what's going to happen in politics in Thailand that's going to bring us to a new election or a new government. Basically, number 1, the Constitutional Court will very soon, in the next month or so, ban the government. Number 2, as they know that's coming, the government will dissolve parliament and reform into a new party. There will be a new election that happens after that. That's step 3. And the Thaksin group will probably win about 35% instead of 49%. And number 4 is that the Democrats will probably hold their 35% or so, and the smaller parties will join a Democrat-led government by about March of next year. This is a lot of noise. They're trying to get the government to tear down the government ahead of that. But the whole reason that the military has not stepped in is because they know that the Constitutional Court is going to knock out this party.
And if it doesn't happen, what happens to the markets then, if those 4 steps don't happen?
Well, I think the only risk that I see, I've looked at this from every angle I possibly can. The only risk that I see to that story right now is that the PAD is able to cause enough chaos to force the military to come in and solve the problem. And I think that the military is extremely hesitant to do that. And so I think it's unlikely that they're going to be successful in tearing down the government, but we will then go to a dissolution of parliament in about a month or 2.
Andrew, we got about a minute here. Have you looked at it from the point of view of your own personal safety? I mean, how concerned are you when it comes to your own safety there?
Well, I think, from my perspective, Thailand is still relatively safe. It's got some pockets of these things going on, obviously the old airport and the new airport. And if you're in the middle of that, you feel very uncomfortable. But the protesters are not going after people. The only clashes that are happening is when the pro-government people come along, and it's, short clashes. So from my perspective, I don't think personal safety is as big of an issue as just the disruption to the overall government and the economy.
Okay, good to talk to you. Thanks for that, Andrew. Andrew Stotz of CLSA.